Well, good morning from AldermanFarms. I'm out here trying to get some plants planted in the ground. We're supposed to be having rain over the next few days, and so I'm over here doing this. And so this is going to be a quick video because I just had an idea. I was telling Tommy to expand the plants. It's so pretty. The stuff is already starting to go to seed. It's just May and it's going to seed. And a lot of things are flowering because they're making vegetables and everything. But I just had a thought of a video for people that don't have a lot of space, or that you know, they don't have a lot of space. Maybe you live in the city where you don't have room for a garden too. There's a lot of vertical stuff that you can do for if you don't have space. Take the cucumbers, for instance. This is only about 15 foot of cucumbers. I picked over a 5-gallon bucket that I brought to market. Praise God, I sold them all. But so
pretty quick too.
Yeah, pretty quick early on. So I don't have to make pickles, but you can see I picked them Thursday and I have them already ready to pick. But my point of the video though is, look, this is just on a fence. You could have this trellis anywhere. You could make an arbor and plant a few plants and let them climb. It would be pretty landscape. Now, these leaves, I have a little disease on mine. This is not typical. This is the first time I've ever had this. So I know this isn't pretty, but for the most part, if you don't have that little disease, this is a very pretty plant that you could plant in your front yard and still provide vegetables. I want to show you some other stuff here. Of course, green onions could be greenery in a flower bed, and they're going to seed now. And I've never picked these. That's why we have some dead ones here. Had I been picking them, they would look more like these. Well, they have weeds too.
These came from your pawpaw, right?
These were from my pawpaw. My Aunt Rosie gave them to me. This right here is dill. Beautiful dill. This can be grown, you know, in a flower bed. It doesn't have to be in a garden. Also, it could probably be in a large pot also. So could the green onions. I have a friend in Brookhaven. She got some lettuce plants from me. She's growing lettuce in big round pots. She's growing garlic in big round pots, green onions. So there's lots of stuff you can do if you don't have a lot of space. I want to show you how pretty this stuff is.
I want you to point out that you got a doggone cucumber 2 feet long over there.
Yeah, look at this. That's a super long one right there.
That's why they call them Japanese long cucumbers.
My cucumbers are doing great this year. But this was the arugula. I want you to see how pretty this is. I'm letting it go to seed because I want to collect the seeds. But this is just, it's pretty. And I think really some of it could still be picked, these smaller leaves that's on there. I don't like arugula, so I'm not going to taste it. Oh, Tommy likes it.
I like it.
You eat it. But anyway, it might be a little strong. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, more.
Ooh.
I can smell it. Yeah, when it gets older, it gets more peppery. But anyway, this is pretty.
Man, that's hot.
I love the way this looks. This is my mustards going to seed.
The mustard sea. It looks like just a field of mustard blooms.
But I know this wouldn't be pretty necessarily growing in your flower bed in front of your house. I do love the way it looks. Right here.
Who knew mustard grew so tall? I mean, you know, I'm 5'10" or 5'9". Used to be 5'10". I'm 5'9", and that bloom right there is every bit as tall as me.
Yeah. But this, what made me think of the video is when I looked at this cilantro. Isn't it beautiful? Now it's going to seed. It's bolted. It was a short plant, but isn't it just so pretty? And look at that little flower that it's making on there. It's just so dainty and so pretty. This would look pretty in a front yard in a large flower bed. So I just want to encourage you, if you don't have a lot of room, if you're growing stuff in pots, this could have been grown in a pot. And it smells so good. It smells so good. And lots of things that you can grow at a vertical or that don't take up a lot of space. I know cilantro is not very filling, but it's something that you can grow.
The lettuce is pretty.
The lettuce is very pretty. It could be in a flower bed. It doesn't take up a lot of room. And y'all, actually, I had planted this little bit for me and Tommy. You know, and the kids too and everything. But not thinking I'd be able to sell any off of this little bit right here. I've sold lettuce twice out of here. Plus we've eaten it.
And it's growing plumb out of the box.
Yeah, and I didn't pick this for Friday market because I had way more than enough for Friday market out of the other bed. But lettuce is very pretty. It's usually shorter. This is starting to go to seed, but you see, it's a pretty plant. It's a very pretty plant. Lettuce is expensive to buy. This is going to be opening up to some flowers, and it's just beautiful. Squash takes up more room, but look at my squash plants over here. They're beautiful. This is kale. There's no reason you can't have kale in your flower bed. And you see the different colors of the greens.
That's oak leaf lettuce right there.
Yeah.
You can see why it gets its name. Looks exactly like an oak leaf.
But you know, the different color in the greens and everything would make for a beautiful flower bed. You could also put some flowers in the mix with it if you wanted some color. This is my patty pan squash, and I mean, look at these beautiful yellow flowers. They're just beautiful.
They're delicious too.
And you know, this could be grown. You know, it needs more area. It's a big plant. This right here is one plant, so it does need more area. But you know, it's a beautiful plant that you could grow in your front flower bed if that's your only option. Green beans also can be trellised. They make a pretty plant. Their leaves do start to die down. Yeah, we've talked about if you have a city garden where, you know, you can't really have a garden in your front yard, you may have to pull stuff up sooner than it quits bearing because the plant may start to deteriorate the looks of it. But, you know, it's something that you can do edible landscape that's pretty. And I just want to encourage you, get out there and plant.
Beautiful cabbages.
Yes, there's gorgeous cabbages. I just got a red cabbage from James Richmond at Richmond Farms that comes to our farmer's market. It's beautiful. It would be fine in a flower bed. So I just had the thought of just wanting to encourage people that can't really plant a full-scale garden. There's no reason you can't have different edible landscape in different places in your yard. And I would do it, but we have goats, so it would make me really mad for the goats to eat my garden.
Look how much lettuce you can grow in one 4x12 box.
And I want you to see, this is my sweet potato starts, and I did not plant right there because it was an ant bed, but it looks like they're gone now. So, you know, this is what, 2 foot by 3 foot area that's not planted. So 6 square foot of my 48 square foot, so it's 42 square foot is not planted. And we harvested, it was me and Tommy and Corey and his girlfriend Kayla, and Tomas might have picked a leaf or two.
Yeah.
We harvested Thursday evening 12-gallon bags.
13.
No, it was 12. It was 12-gallon bags of leaf lettuce plus 10 quart bags. So I had another extra little bag with a little bit in it for display.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, but anyway, so that was you don't want this much lettuce because no family could eat that much lettuce. I ended up giving lettuce away.
But we sold a good bit too. I mean, we sold some of it.
Yeah,
you know?
and I just don't have any idea how much I sold. So.
We haven't showed them those little flowers either. While you look at that
and by
message.
the way, Chelsea just texted me, and I sent some lettuce home with her. And oh, there's a picture too. It said ended up cooking arepas last night and made Caesar salad too. It was so good.
That's cool. Arepas are a little Colombian biscuit kind of thing.
Kind of, you make it like a sandwich.
Yeah.
Come over here in the shade. Let me see if I can get the picture. Up there, if they can see the
What is this, Patty?
That is our melons. Those little melons.
Oh, the caramel tasting melons. I can't wait for those.
But
we have our first zucchini showing up today.
It was so neat. Chelsea texted me right in the middle of that when we were talking about our lettuce.
Yeah.
I gave her lettuce.
That's funny.
Come right here, baby, and see. I don't know with the glare.
Let me see.
Yeah, you might need to hold it.
Well, I've got a glare on mine, so I can't quite...
You might not better get it off the glare of both of them, huh? Put your camera in closer. It's going to make the picture small if you turn it.
Can't see that at all,
down.
can you?
Put it, no, down till it's, well, up. There it is.
That's a picture of Chelsea's Caesar salad that she made with
Our
Alderman
lettuce.
Farms lettuce.
Yep.
Sorry about that. That probably didn't look very good, but.
Well, I had to show it because she sent it right at the same time.
And this
so.
pretty little island right here, talking about blooms with the baby's breath and the cosmos
And grass.
and grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grass, lots of grass.
But still, that's a nice little. It's a nice little shot of color and a morning glory climbing up that
Yes.
sunflower stalk.
Yeah, you showed the flower? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They are pretty.
Yeah,
I know
they're gorgeous.
invasive sapsuckers, but they sure are pretty.
Yeah, we've got lots of them.
We've got a couple of sunflowers poking out, but that's just a nice little shock of color as you walk right into the
Yes,
garden.
and that's what I wanted, and it's a perfect spot. But anyway, also these sunflowers are going to get tall. I think some of them are mammoth. That pan over there and show that one that's in the corner of the garden. It's the very tall. That's a sunflower. You know, if you're limited on space and everything, you know, sunflowers maybe not. The tall sunflowers are maybe not your choice. But you know what? They make some. God's made some that are not as tall.
Those are probably
So-
what, 8 feet, 7 feet at least.
No, that's 8 foot. No.
That one over
maybe
there,
7 foot,
maybe.
yeah. But anyway.
Sorry, I spun a little fast. I did a little Starry Hilder move on them there and just wheeled around. So.
But anyway, as you can tell, I'm already sweating and hot, and gosh, it's not that late. So I've got to get this stuff in the ground. We're supposed to have rain. That's why I'm planting in the morning. I usually plant in the evening, but it's going to be raining, so I've got to get on it. And I just want to encourage y'all, plant something. It's just May. It's not too late to plant.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you again.